because two students have reached sort of the pinnacle, and we want to recognize all the good work that they have given us. Charles and Chris, will you come up? Did Chris get here? Well, if not, Charles, we'll talk about you. Before he came to us, he had done some work in Central America. He'd worked for the United Nations. He'd worked in an embassy. He'd worked for a money-making KPMG organization. And then he found the light, saw truth, and decided to come into the academic world. His dissertation focuses on pathways to peace, progress, and public goods. And what he would like to do is identify conditions under which the United States can play a more constructive role in a regional development toward peace and prosperity. So Charles has been teaching a class of his own this time. He is an excellent teacher, a marvelous teacher. He gave a teaching demonstration at a school in California, and one of my colleagues called to tell me what a wonderful teacher Charles was, so it always makes you feel good. Charles, this is one time in which we don't say the check is in the mail. Stacy will electronically put funds into your account. And so we thank you for your hard work, and I want you to stay there and you get Chris's accolades too. Chris Hale is the other recipient of this award this year, and his goal is to be in a Research One university, which is what ASU is. He's working on his dissertation of religion in Mexico. He was in Mexico last summer for a little while. He came back. He's working with Dr. Warner. They put together a grant, and he got a very prestigious NSF grant to go back to Mexico this summer to finish doing his field work. And then he will come back for a year, and he is a good grant writer, obviously, because he got a grant from the graduate college where he has next year off to complete. Hale and Charles Ripley are our star TAs of today, but all our TAs are really stars. Thank you. And we have students here. Stephen is here, and is Jessica here? Jessica Octa? No. Well, Stephen, stand up. Stephen came here, he had a Fulbright, then he stayed. He just defended his doctoral dissertation. Because of the conditions of his Fulbright, he must go back to Sweden for a couple of years, so that's what he's going to do. He's lined up a teaching job back in Sweden, and we will miss him, but he promises that when the 2-year hiatus is up, he'll come back to see us. So, Stephen, we wish you well, and we want you to stay in touch. Okay? Smith just defended last week and works for the Gates Foundation in D.C., so she couldn't be here today. Julianne has been in our Junior Fellows program. She's been in our BAMA program. She has been president of Pi Sigma Alpha. And is it still NYU? We're thinking it's off to law school at NYU next fall. So Julianne got her master's degree just 2 weeks ago, and we congratulate you and thank you for everything you've done.
I wanted to also say a couple words about Julianne. I guess it was last fall, I guess for some reason, this is rare actually, we actually had some extra money, and Stacy said, you know, we could hire a student to do some work. So we hired Julianne, and I had her do all kinds. I mean, just on the range. She was messing around with tables for a 7-year report, looked up all the references to a book, 10, 15
and bing, 2 hours later it came back. Everything's done, all finished, and then I would change my mind. No, I don't like that code. I'd send it back. Bing, I'd send it back. Bing, it'd come back. Boom, boom, boom. So, a special thanks to her. I'm sure whatever we paid you was not enough, but it was within the rules. So, I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I really appreciate everybody coming. I did want to say a word about the book. This book is by Pat Tillman's mother, Mary Tillman, and she, I'm sure you followed that story and know about the controversy of the story with Pat Tillman, not when he was here, but once he was in the military and his unfortunate death. She called me when this book was published and sent me these books and said, you know, I just want these to go out to students. And so we've been giving them out. She sent me a number of them. We've been giving them out at graduations. I have read it. I've read parts of it twice. I think the students, it's a difficult read. It's an emotional read, but I think the students will find it interesting. And I told her we'll give them out to our students as long as we have them. So I had a very nice talk with her several years ago now. And so that's what the story of the book is. I just want to say thanks. I want to say thanks to the faculty and staff. So it's the end of our year. We're actually done a little earlier because the provost had to start earlier. So we're done just as May begins. And the school is very big and it's very busy. And everybody is working hard and a lot. And Rick hit the numbers. It's 10,000 students a year come through our classes. And the vast majority of those students are majors. And whenever I'm in meetings, there are other units that service more students than us, right? Math and English and things like that. But in the entire College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and again, this is for the entire university because we are the biggest, I mean, serious enough. We're the third largest major in the college. And it's the majors that require all the work and all the advisors, classes, honors teachers, internship. We have 4 professional advisors, so solid, weeks in advance to all these meetings. And so this amount of attention and work by all the students, faculty, graduate students, and staff students. At this time of year, the work gathering for the summer, I think we're going to several hundred, over 500 students attend. That'll all be online, so things are much quieter in the summer, but faculty, staff, students, and so I just want to say thanks to everybody. And it's one of the food and the room guys, and please stay with my wife and let me know. Okay, so please stay, don't